The gut wall is the first barrier of defence against the harmful substances an animal is exposed to in the gastrointestinal tract. A well-functioning barrier is essential for the health and well-being of animals. The inside of the wall of the small intestine is covered with cells called enterocytes, which absorb nutrients and water, but also secrete digestive enzymes. Enterocytes are tubular cells with a brush border on top. The spaces between the cells are closed by tight junction complexes. These form a selective barrier to avoid translocation of harmful substances such as bacteria, endotoxins and mycotoxins into the bloodstream. In the cell wall of the enterocytes, toll-like receptors are present, which can trigger several pathways in the enterocytes. Mycotoxins, especially DON, also known as vomitoxin, and ochratoxins present in the gut lumen, trigger a specific immune response in the enterocytes, causing an inflammation. This mycotoxin-specific immune response also leads to the breakdown of the intracellular barriers of the tight junctions. As a consequence, the gut barrier is disabled, and other mycotoxins, as well as pathogens, can enter freely into the bloodstream. Mycotoxins promote inflammatory cytokine secretion, damage tight junctions, and increase mycotoxin and pathogen absorption. Toxo XL protects the gut wall against mycotoxin damage and strengthens the intestinal barrier for better animal health. Toxo XL contains glucose biopolymers, which are recognized by specific toll-like receptors present in the enterocyte cell wall. As soon as the toll-like receptors recognize the glucose biopolymers, they release signaling compounds, which stimulate the production of anti-inflammatory cytokines. This causes a reduction in inflammatory cytokines, and as a result, the inflammation of the cells is reduced. Secondly, the activation of the toll-like receptors initiates shifting of the tight junction complexes closer to the cell wall. This enforces the tight junctions, resulting in a stronger barrier function against mycotoxins and other pathogens. These cannot enter the bloodstream and will eventually be removed from the intestinal lumen. Toxo XL promotes anti-inflammatory cytokine secretion, protects tight junctions, and prevents absorption of mycotoxins and pathogens. Toxo XL enforces the intestinal barrier with significant benefits for animal health and gives extra protection against mycotoxins that are difficult to bind.